So for this one, we'll use a small inflated ball. Relax the shoulders, bring the spine into neutral. And we'll start by taking just one leg up to tabletop. The ball will be in your left hand, and you start with your arm bones plugged in, so you're not reaching too high. You're keeping them plugged in, shoulders on the mat. Find that strong, steady breath. Inhale, expand. Exhale, begin to zip up from the tailbone to the pubic bone, to the hip points, to the ribs. Make sure those ribs are pulling in too. And then reach that right leg and that left arm away from each other. Inhale as you pull them in. Exhale as you reach. Make sure that zipping up happens first, all the way up through the midline, then you reach. Inhale, big. Exhale, zip, and reach. So each time you do this, you're keeping your lower back close to the mat. You're feeling that zipping sensation. Use your free hand to feel yourself extend and zip, engaging these deep abdominals. And then we'll switch sides. Right foot comes down, left leg comes to tabletop, and you're keeping those arm bones in as you exhale, zip, and reach. Inhale up, exhale, reach. Now, you'll find this is pretty easy at first. We're gonna make it harder, but while you're in the easy stage, make sure you're getting that zipping up action. And don't let the foot that's on the floor push down very much. Keep it easy for as long as you need to get back that sense of inhaling fully and exhaling as you zip. Inhaling fully and exhaling as you zip. And then when you're ready to make it harder, we'll of course bring both legs up to the tabletop. Now you're switching this ball back and forth as you extend and lift. Extend and lift. Now make sure you zip before you extend. If it's helpful, you can press your lower back down into the mat to imprint it, but that's not something you want to have to do forever. You want to also be able to do this kind of movement when you're in neutral lower back. Although as you're rehabbing, it may be necessary to imprint, to keep that strain out of your lower back. Now from here, take the ball in between the knees, hug the knees in, round the back, let it release. Deep breath, feeling your back expand into the floor. And a full breath out now, zipping and buttoning and reaching these legs away from you. Inhale, let's let the arms relax. And as you exhale, zip and button all the way through the midline and reach. Now, I want you to reach the legs out in different positions. Make it easier, extend up to the ceiling. Make it a little harder, extend out at an angle. Make it really hard, extend closer to the floor as long as that creates no pain. So again, exhale, make it easy. Really feel yourself button and zip. Make it a little harder, keep feeling that buttoning and zipping. Only take the legs as low as you can go without your stomach pushing up to the ceiling or your low back arching away from the floor. One more round, exhale, easy. Inhale, exhale, reach medium. Inhale, now exhale, really zip and button, find your difficult spot. Inhale, pull it in. Now keep your knees bent, roll to your side, and take your feet out behind you. As you exhale, lift your side waist away from the mat, and then lift your hips. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift the side waist, and then lift the hips. Inhale as you lower. Now, you may remember this from side bridges and side planks, but for now, we're just isolating those deep abdominals, including the obliques, and those deep hip muscles that are helping you lift this hip. One more time on the side. And then release. As you build up strength, you'll be able to come back up to the side bridge. You might want to try one right now. Just play around with it. See if the shoulder is ready. Make sure the shoulder blades move back towards the spine. And then slowly take it down. We'll come onto your back. And as you exhale, extend both legs up to the ceiling. Hold onto this ball. On your inhale, lift your upper body. Now as you exhale, tuck this ball behind your head and neck so it gives you a little bit of support. And you can push your head back into it, even as you keep your upper abdominals engaged. Now remember, we want to make sure there's no big space between the left and right side of the abdominals here. We want to feel the abdominals drawing in each time we exhale. Inhale, expand. Exhale fully. Inhale, expand. Exhale, and act like you want to lift your ribs off of the back of the ball, but you don't want to lift your head. Inhale. Exhale, try to lift your ribs off of the back of the ball. Inhale, relax. Two more. Exhale, trying to lift your back ribs away from the floor and the ball without lifting the head very much. And then release. Now take that ball out, roll your spine and your head back down to the floor, and place the ball between the calves. Now you're going to the other side. You're still keeping your feet way behind you, resting your head. And as you exhale, lift the side waist and lift the hip. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift the waist, lift the hip. Inhale as you lower, really expand. Exhale, lift. Inhale. Exhale as you lift. Inhale. Let's go for two more. Keeping the neck as relaxed as you can. Just waking up those abdominals and the hip. And then you may want to play with seeing how the side bridge feels. Make sure your shoulder blades are moving towards your spine and away from your ears. You lift through the core and you lift the hips and you breathe. Now, when you're ready to lower the hips, take hold of this ball and place it behind your back. You'll be placing it in about your middle to upper back here so that you can catch your head and slowly, finding just the right spot, let your head come down towards the floor. Your arms are lowering the head, and depending on how big the ball is, your head might touch the floor, or maybe you have to keep holding it close with your hands. What we don't want to do here is let the chin lift up, exposing the throat. Keep drawing the chin towards the chest so that it's the collarbones and the rib cage that gets to stretch. The other thing we don't want to do here yet is pop these front ribs up towards the sky, as you see me doing here. So as you exhale, take those front ribs down, and that's going to make it a little harder to get your head close to the floor. So you're keeping your chin close to your chest, and you're pulling your front ribs down towards the ball, changing where the stretch happens here. Now, if your head is not ready to touch the floor, I recommend putting a towel or a blanket or a pillow underneath your head so that it can rest on something as you open up the arms. Notice this ball is a little too inflated for me to keep my chin where it should be and keep my ribs in as I let the shoulders relax. So go ahead and tuck something underneath your head so that the ribs stay down, the chin stays low, and the collarbones and the fronts of the shoulders can open up. And then take a few breaths here at least, hopefully a few minutes to fully relax.